Hey.
Kijk eens wie er hier is.
Ik ben Marie.
Zeg, het is wel fijn voor jullie zeker als Marie nu thuis is. Hm? Ze zorgt eigenlijk een beetje voor jullie als een mama, hè? Zou het dan eigenlijk niet goed zijn als we tegen haar dan ook mama zeggen?
Maar zij is toch niet mijn mama?
Becoming Mona is our first feature film. It's based on the novel Kom Hier dat ik kus by Giet op de Beek. And it's about Mona. It's a film in 3 parts. So in the first part Mona is 9 years old, in the second she's 25, and in the last part she's 35. And basically in the first part we see how she loses her biological mother, and there comes a stepmother in the family. And what Mona does is she wants everybody to be happy, so she puts herself aside. And the film is basically about how her life develops by this mechanism, by putting yourself aside. So how do you deal with love? How do you deal with friends? How do you deal with work if you're always the one stepping aside?
So Giet op de Beek was the writer of a book called, the title in English is Becoming Mona, but it's based on a book called Come Here So I Can Kiss You, Hug You. Well, we didn't really work with her, but she was involved, I think, yeah. She, it wasn't by accident that we did this adaptation, actually, yeah. Okay. We had this, the novel is divided in 3 parts. In the novel, the parts is just the dates, so it's the years. So it's about Mona when she's 9 years old, when she's in her 20s, and when she's in her 30s. And we really love this structure of the 3 parts, because it's about time and how time passes and how time, it doesn't get better. Everybody says, as time passes by, it'll get better. But this novel or this story is very much about how things get worse if you just let it pass by, if you don't try to fix it or to do something about it or change something. So we really like these parts. And then we when we had these chapters in the film while we were editing, we also thought, you have to think, what is it about? It's also in the writing, while we were writing the scenario, we really think, what is this part about? What is that part about? What is that part about? And then, no, it was already, when we were writing the scenario, then we...
No, but now I know, because, for us, I think filmmaking is about how people relate to each other. And we were thinking, okay, who does Mona relate to? Who does she fight with? Who does she... Where is she in conflict? With who is she in conflict? So for us it was in the first part she's in conflict with the mother, and in the second part with love, and in the third part she relates
it's about her
to
father,
the father.
yeah.
So it's always about who she relates to, basically.
Wij willen iets
Vertellen.
ja.
Ik ben zwanger.
Marie, proficiat!
Ja,
Wat is er, mama? Ik ben de tweede beste van de klas. Alles komt goed.
I don't think people are selfish, but the interesting part with Mona is that the film is about how she relates to these selfish people and what it does with her. It's about someone who always puts herself in the second or the third place.
And I think it's also, people are not selfish without a reason. I hope that's, although it's about Mona, but I think it's also, with her stepmother, who's Marie, who's Wiene Dirks plays her, I think it's also very clear if you watch her that she has her own history, although we don't explain it, but you feel that there's a reason why she behaves the way she behaves. And I think it's the same with her boyfriend Louis. It's people don't become selfish. People are not born selfish. It's something happens to them, what makes them behave in such a way. Some people become really selfish and other people turn inwards. I think what Niels said before about we like to make this, we think it's interesting how people relate to each other. I think, and the way you relate to each other also makes you behave in a certain way. I think.
But it's true that, the way Mona is used to give makes other people take more. That's totally true. Yeah. And it's kind of gets worse and worse. And it's hard to get out of this position.
Broers, zussen.
Een broer en een zus.
Jij bent de oudste, juist.
Die hebben zoiets heel zorgzaam, beetje saai, veel verantwoordelijkheidsgevoel. Jij straalt dat uit.
Bam! Articuleren! Bam!
We work together in everything, in life. I think so. For us, it was kind of a stressful film to make, also because we just started our own family. Well, I think I was pregnant with our first child when we talked to the writer of the book.
Yeah, a lot of fights about Christmas dinners.
Yes, this is actually the Christmas dinner is not in the book, and we always had this problem with Christmas. My parents are divorced; his not. But this also kind of every time in December. I think it starts already in September. This discussion about Christmas. So we decided to make this film a bit more us. We decided to put in Christmas for 4 times. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, so we co-developed, we co-write, but it took a long time to go from book to the first synopsis, because that was the first phase to make it our own, and from there on to write a treatment and a scenario that went faster, not really fast because we're slow pace directors, but still. And then because your question was on the set.
No, how do we work? How we work together?
Basically, we do everything together, except on the set. Sabine directs the actors and I do the camera. I think we like to make films that don't bring a solution. So films that dive deep into a problem and let the problem be the problem. So in the Makita Pie, it's about 2 guys who drink a lot, 2 friends. And then everybody always asks, okay, so what's the development of the film? Will they stop drinking? And we said, it's not about if they stop drinking, it's about how they live when they drink. It's about accepting, embracing their choice to be an alcoholic. And also with Mona, it's kind of the same. It's you have to embrace, I don't think it's a very easy film, because from the beginning it was very clear that Mona wasn't going to develop traditionally like we are used to in a film. She gradually gets better and then in the end all is fine. She doesn't develop at all.
Well,
and
it
then
gets
at
a
the
bit
end
worse.
there's a little bit of hope, maybe.
Well,
That's how you read
it depends on who you are, I think, how you see the ending. If there's more hope or less hope, or it depends on who you are as a person, I think.
Jij, altijd de goeie uithangen, hè, jij? Denkt dat ik een achterlijke koe ben, of wat?
Vanavond.
Hé, wat doe je nu?
Wat?
Niet zomaar kwaad weglopen, dat haat ik echt.
Ik ben niet kwaad.
Vreselijk.
Ik ben niet kwaad.
Zo.
Vanavond.
Jij bent een chameleon. Jij past u aan.
Je hebt altijd alleen maar in jezelf gekeerd.
Alles is prima. Mona is hier en alles is in orde.